Welcome to the Two Tunes podcast.
Welcome. I'm dying slowly.
And we're here.
I'm still sick.
Yes.
Although we're recording on the same day as last week, so.
Yeah, behind the curtain kind of things. All right, so this person that I know, she posted this like, man, I saw a lot of shows this year. And she posted like a graph.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is that? And she's like, it's this app called Concert Archives.
Oh, that thing you sent me.
Yeah, and so I started doing it. I'm just like, and I'm trying to like remember shows that I went to. It's like, okay, I did this.
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's really hard. Like, I guarantee there's shows here that I don't remember, or that are shows that I haven't put on here because I don't remember and I don't have a ticket stub. But at first I was trying to like remember all these shows, and I'm like, okay. I got this. And then I'm like, ooh, I have ticket stubs at my mom's house. So I call her up and be like, hey, can you look? I know where they are. They're here. Can you go through them? And she's like, oh, yeah. It's like, you went to a lot of shows in 2001. And I was like, well, you know, I was like, had freshly graduated from high school and was on tour as well. And like, be like, I'll go to a lot of shows. So I got it. And I'm like, this is really cool. And so last year was the most concerts I'd ever seen in 1 year at 11. Okay. And then I went through all of the ticket stubs, and like there were ticket stubs. It's like, oh, here's that ticket stub. And it's like, I went to see Bright Eyes. Apparently I went to see Bright Eyes.
There you go.
I don't remember it. I also saw Saves the Day. Don't remember it at all. I remember seeing Nine Inch Nails, but I don't remember like the actual set. And I looked at the set because this will also give you the set, and I'm like, that looks like a good show. Like, why did I not enjoy that more? It was with Jane's Addiction. But remember that I had told you about a show that I went. It was with Reliant K, and I said how like the main act. You know how like when you or when a band talks to the audience, you kind of have to know what the answer is going to be before you ask the question. It's like, how y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? But if you ask something where like the answer isn't yes, like you can't ask a yes/no question and expect them to say no, right? They're gonna say yes. The headliner said something. Do you remember this story?
No.
Okay. So the headliner said something. It's like, just mention something that you're gonna get a no answer to. That a Christian band would ask.
Do you like Satan?
And they go, yeah, right? And then the band goes, no, you don't. It's like, that's not what we're here for, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know who that band was until I saw the ticket stub.
Yeah.
Guess who that band was? A band that you like.
MXPX.
No. Christian band that you've had on the podcast. I know you've had a lot of them.
I don't know. Under Oath.
Ska.
Five Iron Frenzy.
No, one more. OC Supertones.
Oh, the Supertones. Which I just got their first album on vinyl, by the way.
Nice.
They did a repressing of it.
So I went to see them. Like,
nice.
I saw that was the band. Except I know that we left during there because like I'm like, I don't know. Like, we saw Reliant K, we're fine.
Yeah.
But and then it gives you like, where's the most places that you've seen? So top band. I was right. It's Our Lady Peace. Number 2 is Coheed and Cambria, and both of these are 5. And apparently, Rancid is number 3 at 4 times.
So wait a second. So you said it gives you the set list?
If somebody
else has uploaded it.
Yeah.
Okay, that
like,
makes sense.
Like they're like, well, and then they'll also be like, well, this doesn't have a set list, but we'll pull one from something that was around the time.
Okay.
So, top genre, rock.
How do you
punk.
list like?
You just put in the show, and then it'll pop. Because I went back to 1997.
Yeah, but I mean, so like you put in headliner and then openers and all that kind of stuff. Like,
if you can put in as much information as you have, but if you just want to search for a show, you can just type in unartist.
Like somebody's already done it.
Yeah, unartist, the month. And or the year and the venue or the city, and things will pop up.
So this is gonna be one of those things though, where like somebody's got Reliant K, but they spelled Reliant wrong.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I saw one that like the headliner wasn't the first name; it was like the last name, which just felt weird. And it's like they had like this is not in the
That's
right order.
like this is a side tangent, but I don't know if you saw Theater Friends post about the Broadway World.
No.
So Broadway World, it's a website. It used to focus, or mostly would focus on like big things, like actual Broadway shows, or like at, regional theaters and things. And now there's all these like community versions of it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So there are these Broadway World Awards, right? Mm-hmm. But the way that they are, like the way you're nominated is people just write in.
It's like the People's Choice Awards.
But. Yeah. And then, but like there's clearly no vetting that's done about this. So they just put up all of it. Okay. So for instance, The Music Man, which I was a part of this summer, was nominated.
Okay.
And there are versions, or there are some things that say like The Music Man at Keystone Theatrics.
Yeah.
And then there's some that just say Music Man at Keystone Theatrics. And then there's probably one that's like The Music Man at Allenberry Resort or whatever, because like that's where it is. Like, so there's all that. No one really like.
Yeah.
They should just consolidate. They should go, okay, this is Music Man. This was here. We're just going to put all these into one thing. But that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just there.
It's everything.
Other vetting that doesn't happen. I was nominated for music directing Anastasia.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
I had nothing to do with that production other than seeing it twice. This guy I know, Alec, was nominated for Seussical at Theater Harrisburg. Guess who was not in that production at all?
Guy.
Alec.
I hope that you win and you
Well,
go
so
and you accept your award and you're like, I had nothing to do with this show, but thank you for the award.
So here's the thing. So it got a former student of mine is now active in like the local theater community, and her mom works at my school. And her mom, between her daughter and her mom, they saw that I was nominated, right? Because I was also nominated for
something that you did.
Music Man, yeah. And what was I going to say? So she told the principal, I guess, because he does these like shout outs and things like, and so he put it in an email a few weeks ago of like, hey, Brandon was nominated for this thing, and here's the link, and you should go vote for him, and blah 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 and whatever. I don't expect anybody to vote for me, which I don't hype it up. Look, here's my thing on those awards. If you're happy about your nomination, great. And if you don't care about it, also great. I'm in the I don't care about it category. I don't do any of that stuff or any of that thing. Also, it's flawed, as we just said. Also, this one guy, I don't know the story behind it, but at one point there you could vote for Sean's pee pants, like as in he had peed his pants. You could vote for Sean's pee pants as, I think, best actor in a musical.
What?
I don't know the story. I just know that it was up there for a while.
Okay.
And then eventually somebody did take that down. Anyway.
So it's like the Wikipedia of awards.
So anyway, so yes, my principal emailed this out to the teachers, but there is part of me that's going to laugh if I end up winning because I'm nominated for two things, but because one of them is Anastasia and one of them is Music Man, guess which one shows up first? Anastasia.
Yeah.
So people are going to see that one first. And if they go through this, because it's like a whole process and you got to vote for all these awards and all that, put in lots of information about yourself and whatever.
Yeah.
So if they even make it to the end of it, they probably will have picked me for Anastasia.
Very cool.
And it's ridiculous. It's not very cool. But anyway, it just made me think about that, where like, you got to have a better system.
Oh yeah,
this stuff. Or also, I'm gonna look these up now because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah,
where
So my top venue was Agora Theater, which is in Cleveland, and then Club Laga, which was in Pittsburgh. XO Live is number 4, which I think I know. I can 4. There we go, because Coheed, but that was Southside Stage. So that's
still the spot, man.
Yeah. Anyways, I've seen more Cleveland shows than Harrisburg shows. Anyways, I like it because then I can kind of like look back and be like, nostalgia. So that's the shows thing that I was going to talk about. And then the other thing is, I finally finished.
Oh, you can't vote anymore, by the way.
Yeah, because they closed it down because it's It's rigged.
No, the voting period's over. That's why. So
What was the voting period from?
I don't know. It just says look for results in January 2025.
It's January 2025.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find who do I know that would have posted about it.
I don't know. Finally finished Connor Chapman album, or EP. I guess it would be an EP.
Okay.
So in May of last year, we recorded guitar and vocals
Okay.
for Connor Chapman. I know you don't know who that is.
No.
Artist that works in this building.
That's right.
Recorded him, had tons of classes, so didn't have a lot of time to like finish it, but I added bass, programmed drums, some background vocals, mixed, mastered. Yeah.
Cool.
It's done. It's
So
not out yet.
It's a mostly Bill Barber joint.
Kind of
It's
is.
a little bit of Connor Chapman.
I mean, he wrote the songs.
Sure.
He wrote the words, sang them. I just recorded it and then did some other things.
Yeah. Does he play?
He played guitar.
Okay.
He played guitar and sang. We'll talk about it off mic. All the deets,
Cool.
which is like really, really funny. The details
I'm drinking Pedialyte, by the way.
for 2 weeks straight.
Not quite.
Not Gator Light.
No, Pedialyte. Name brand and everything.
Yeah, I know, but like Pedialyte and Gatorade just like joined forces to make Gator Light.
Gator Light.
So,
Gator done.
oh my god, yeah.
Remember that?
Go to shows. Do you got any shows coming up that you want to go to?
Oh,
that you
dude.
are going
Okay,
to?
so while I was supposed to go see Sammy Ray on New Year's Eve, I
Yeah.
was too sick to go.
Yeah,
I was
they're
really bummed about it. I do have tickets for their Philly show.
Yeah, I figured, and I was thinking about that. I was thinking of going to that. I'm going to see. Which is it this Saturday or next Saturday? Of the episode being dropped. It's either this Saturday or next Saturday. I'm going to see Silverstein
Oh, nice.
in Baltimore or Silver Springs.
Oh, at the
Fillmore?
Yep, I've been there.
I think so.
I had never been there, and then I was there like 3 times within like a few months
Yeah.
because I went to see Sammy Ray and I went to see. Who did I see there? I saw Sammy Ray. I saw the Starting Line, and I saw.
You saw the starting line there too.
And I saw. Oh my God, their name is escaping me. Sunny Day Real Estate.
Oh, nice.
But it was funny because I had never been there.
Yeah, and then you went there 3
And then
times
I went there
in a
3 times in a few
I-
months, just because that was the venue
row. Yeah.
that, like, the date worked for each of those shows, of each of those tours, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not terribly far. It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I might need to call off. Anyways,
Like, I definitely took off the next day or, like,
well,
the next morning
it's
or
a
whatever.
Saturday, so I have the Sunday. But then the next weekend, band practice
Nice.
because I'm playing a show in April.
Yeah.
Ska show, ska festival. It's
Skibbity-
already sold out.
Skibbity Ska.
Yes.
Has no one
No.
done a Skibbity Ska show yet?
No. Anyways, we're here to talk about 2 tunes, and I'm first.
Go first.
This is usually weird because when we start, I go
Because we always
first.
record 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah,
Usually
and like
goes
last
first.
week we did one.
We did one because I was dying.
You were dying. You were on your deathbed.
By the way, I am doomed for New Year's Eve concerts.
You were what? Doomed for
Doomed.
new. Oh.
This is my 3rd one that I've had to miss in some capacity.
Ooh, that does suck.
One was just and 2 of them were just, well, all 3 of them were just kind of like ill-fated things. One was New York City Snarky Puppy.
Yeah.
Just an illness happened there as well.
But didn't that get canceled?
No, New Year's Eve Snarky Puppy in Harrisburg got canceled.
Oh, yeah.
That was pre-pandemic, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the pandemic or not.
It didn't.
I don't think it did, but yeah. So I don't know if I think I'm cursed on trying to go to a New Year's Eve show.
So
there's a piano player that I like, and his Facebook got hacked
okay.
because his stories are just like all sensational, like news articles.
Okay. So, I think I found this through other people being like, check out this new band. This is great. And then I listened to it and I'm like, they're really cool. And they're from Pittsburgh and they're really small because they have 2 shows coming up. And guess where they are? In Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like really small, but like they're not. Actually, here, let's go to Bigger Than Me. They have 19,035 monthly listeners.
Okay.
Their top song has 2,612 listens. And Devil May Care, that's a band that I know of. I'm looking at Monochrome. These are all like the bands that like fans also like. So, and then they just released these 2 songs, and I'm choosing the first one called Expired Kohl's Cash, which is a really fun title. And then there's a couple lines in the song, like, I forget what it exactly is, but it's like, don't forget the tip jar. And then the lead singer goes like, bleh, or some like guttural, but like not super.
There's
like
one
metal.
for sure that's very bleh.
Yeah. And it's funny. They're from Pittsburgh. I know that they played with Punchline, and then as I listen to this song, I'm reminded of like 10 other bands, not because of the song, but because of the tone of things. So, Heading North, it's off their double single, Expired Kohl's Cash / Good Grief, Idaho. I don't really know anything about this band.
Yeah.
Because like
rock and roll.
That's what
I know about them.
Yeah. And pill. What did it say? It said pilly. What did it say? It said something. I can't remember what it said. Swag pilled pop punk from Pittsburgh.
There you go.
It's a lot of P's. And I want to go see them. Come to Harrisburg. You could play the Stage on Her, which First to 11 is playing. They're a YouTube cover band.
Okay.
From Erie, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Anyways, so here is the song Expired Kohl's Cash. So right here I'm thinking U2. Like all this is like U2 guitar tone.
Yeah, that.
And it's like, for being it sounds really good.
On a feeling undertones, trying to ignore the cold, walking on a broken bone and doing what I'm told. Medication underwhelming, I don't really think it's helping. Always in a rush and telling white lies on the phone, and I'll never win. I'm always wasting time.
I like the rhythm there.
Yeah.
Self-destructive hills for me to die on, eating dust and bleeding rust and sleeping in the work grid. I watch my language.
I don't understand why they beeped it, but whatever.
Because she says, I'll watch my language.
Yeah. The amount of background vocals is perfect.
Yeah.
Pay respects at the tip jar. And that. Maybe because like, oh, I have to say this.
Yeah.
And the phaser.
Yeah. There's a lot of elements.
Yeah, was it a voice that goes like sang the lead line?
Might be, and then like,
and that ba da 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 reminds me of a Punchline song. I forget which one. Yeah, and then goes right into the guitar solo tone. So it's like, sounds so huge.
Yeah.
Stacking my hopes to the ceiling, shut my eyes and hear the fall. Burning the shadows, my feelings. Thank you for your call. I rush in my sleep to spend 5 days a week feeling dizzy. Always work too hard. Just pay your respects at the tip jar.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good song.
Yeah. They have, I
Really
think,
well crafted, and like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like everything is really good about it. Yeah,
and that, I
for not
forget.
being like a big band.
Yeah, they need to play around here. I don't want to have to go to Pittsburgh, but I mean, they're from Pittsburgh, and they should play like all the time, and come to Harrisburg.
How much music do they have?
I know they have an EP, this double single,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that might be it.
Yeah, I'm
this
intrigued to listen to
single
more.
EP, and then I guess Toss and Turn is on the EP. Yeah, so 2 singles that led up to the EP, and the EP is 6 songs, 22 minutes, and then they have these 2 songs. Expired, Kohl's Cash, and Good Grief, Idaho, which came out December 6th.
Yeah,
So I dig them a lot.
yeah.
Anyways, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Do you know this band Combat?
I do not.
Have you heard of them?
I have not.
So, you know, we listen to a lot of what is, you know, considered emo, pop punk. And like you brought Red Sun a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Fat Hot Mulligan, like all these different bands, sort of part of this like 5th wave of emo that there is now. And so I've been, you know, in listening to more of these bands and finding more of these bands, then you see more. You know what I mean? There's like
Yes.
suggested ones, or like referencing this band or that band, or touring with this band or that band. And Combat is one of those bands that kept coming up in various things. Like I just kept seeing their name. You know what I mean? And so I was like, well, I should listen to them, and I really like them. This is their newest album, or from their newest album. They don't have a lot of music either. They have 2 albums, one from 2022, which I just read like a thing, and they said they recorded it in like 10 or 12 hours and then mixed it themselves. And then this is from August of this year, called Stay Golden, which is also, we're going to hear the title track. But it's just really, really good and really well done. They also have a Christmas album from 2022 called Gold Lang Syne. So yeah, I really dig their sound. They're also young. Like the lead singer is like a junior in college.
Okay.
There's an article I found from July where they're talking about the band and stuff, and like the new album and everything.
What record label are they on?
That's a great question that I don't know if I know the answer to.
I can find out soon. They are on. Oh, crap. View credits, go to album.
But it's interesting because they're pretty young.
Yeah.
He says like Gami Gang is one of the best records I've ever heard. So like Origami Angel, like bands that are still pretty new-ish, like they're looking up to. You know what I mean?
They're on Counterintuitive.
Counterintuitive. Okay, I thought they
And
they were.
on Instagram, they are followed by. Wait, no, that's who they're. Yeah, they're following. Who are their followers that we know of? Nobody. Never mind. They are following a bunch of bands that we follow, like Arm's Length and Heart Attack Man and Thank You, I'm Sorry, and Pool Kids and Gummy Gang.
Yeah.
And Pink Shift.
Yeah, they're from Ellicott City, which is like outside of Baltimore.
Yep.
So from that kind of scene, which I think Origami Angel's also from that scene.
Mm-hmm. Now, you told me to play the intro of this.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
there's 2 tracks we're going to listen to. One is called Intro, right?
Yeah, which is 35 seconds.
And then the next is Stay Golden.
Which is one about just under 2 minutes.
It rolls into one into the next, but also intro sets up
Mm-hmm.
some musical themes that you hear in Stay Golden. That's why I wanted us to hear both.
Cool. Makes sense. I mean, it's only a minute and 34 seconds.
And you get
total.
you get a little audio rip from another thing
Oh,
from
so it becomes
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Nice.
They do a bunch of these. Like the audio rip things, they do a few of those in the album and stuff. And the glockenspiel shows up.
Would you like me to engage enhanced combat mode?
Enhanced combat mode? Yeah.
Sounds like it could be a Christmas song. Also a little bit of ska.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Rosenstock.
Sure.
Have you listened to enough of
No.
Jeff? Okay, I'll bring him next week.
I mean, I know who he is, but what's the lyric?
It's not even like it's funny. It's funny to me because am I the parent in this? I'll go back to it after the song's over. Who's
Holden's the singer. Holden
Okay.
Wolf. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, there's a reprise of this as well. Maybe you should play that.
Oh, I can't get to it fast enough.
Sorry.
Anyways, all right. What do I have to do? I'm gonna do this.
It's like in the middle of
Pause it. Just hold on. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
No. So
in the middle of the album is the reprise.
okay. So like, broken-hearted kids don't party like their parents did in the '90s.
That's you.
That's me. So I just think that's.
I didn't really party in the 90s.
I mean, I didn't
2000s.
party in the '90s either. but still, like, yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah.
It's like I'm getting old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it though? You like him?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you should check out more of them. I would recommend listening to that full album.
Yeah.
It's really.
I'm still trying to get through.
It's really good and really well done.
2 weeks ago, that album.
Which one?
The I forget what the So Long partner.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I keep playing it and just
Mm-hmm.
like getting not distracted, but just other stuff happens.
Yeah.
Grr. Anyways,
Yeah, I dig it. And I should check out more.
yeah. Hey, we're just over 30 minutes.
Okay.
And actually it's not because there's like a whole like couple seconds at the beginning that are silent that I need to cut out. And the laugh of my phone doing things. Wow, that's like a drastic volume change between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only I see this. No one else does. All right, guys. We'll see you next week with 2 more tunes.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, I probably won't have gone, but Silverstein. And then band practice.
Cool.
So,
Who's with Silverstein?
Arm's Length. And that's, oh, and Thursday.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I think I did see that.
Yeah. I forgot that Thursday's playing. I think Thursday's playing. The reason that I know that Arm's Length is playing is because this guy that I follow on Instagram, he was like, I swore I wouldn't go on tour again, but this band I gotta go play third guitar for.
Okay.
So he's Fitz Ryan.
Okay.
He is going on tour. He's playing third guitar, and I'm like, ooh, now that they're going, I want to go. And then I'm like, well, I gotta do it.
There's a
yeah.
I'm say, have you been to Phantom Power?
No, there's so many venues that like right now I don't see any shows popping up in the area that I'm like, ooh, I gotta go see that.
Well, I just saw somebody is playing at Phantom Power. Oh, Goaty Hook. Goaty Hook is playing at Phantom Power.
Okay,
they were a Christian band in like the 90s and stuff.
Are you
They're playing
go?
with the Huntingtons, which is another band.
Are you gonna go see it?
I think I might. I think I
What day of the
have
week
the
is it?
time.
Is it a Saturday?
It's Friday, April 11th.
April 11th. Isn't that? No, that's the weekend before Easter.
So I saw Goaty Hook at my church in like 7th grade, and then they said no more punk rock shows.
Oh, your church did.
Yeah, because like
Phantom
I forget
Power,
why.
717.
Also, they're like
Millersville.
roadie or something, like jump off the stage and like broke his ankle.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
This is all just January and February.
Also, it's $20, $15 advanced.
Oh, another thing about the shows thing. So when I was looking at ticket prices, oh my God, we are paying so much more for tickets
Oh, then
than in early 2000s,
Yeah, of course.
obviously. But like,
yeah,
it's like I only spent like $20 to go to that show, and it was like a big band. It wasn't, or like a whole festival.
Yeah.
It's like, and I went to a lot of like X Fest and a lot of fests,
okay.
like whatever rock radio station was in Pittsburgh, Cleveland, or Buffalo. And I went to Rochester to go see Our Lady Peace.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
how far away was that from you?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Rochester to Erie, Pennsylvania, which is really not really. Maps. Rochester, New York. Directions. It's 4 hours from here, but from 2390 Lake Street. Do you remember? Well, yeah. Almost 3 hours. Really? I mean, I didn't drive this. My brother did. It was probably on a Saturday. I had a lot more time back in those days where I could be like, yeah, I can go 5 hours. Or not really. I would.
Yeah.
Rochester's like, it's almost as far from here, just an hour longer. So, I don't know. It was a good time going to see shows. I'm going to do more. Let me see if I can get more this year than last year.
Okay.
I need to go once a month. Got to get to 12.
You could do that.
And by the way, I did not include me. Like, oh, I'm playing a show. That does not count.
no, yeah, that doesn't
in
count.
that list. So,
Cool. I
Anyways.
just bought tickets to
where?
see Goaty Hook.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, do you want to see Lawrence?
No.
$50
Jeez,
total.
no.
Total.
No.
Okay. I gotta ask those two. They're like, Gladwell was like, if they go, and I like the next day I looked it up and was like, it's in Baltimore, and it's $50.
Yeah.
Like, which is pretty cheap
Yeah, that's cheap,
for
yeah.
them, because the last tour that you saw them on was with the Jonas Brothers, and it's just like, those are expensive tickets, or a festival or something. It's
Right.
like $50 for Lawrence right now, probably a great deal.
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah. Again, just not a
Yeah.
fan.
I know you're very particular.
I think they're-
Right now, I'm like, I've heard that band once before. I know one song. I'll go see them
yeah.
if it's close and convenient. I don't like with Say Anything. I don't think I would have gone if it
No.
wasn't just down the street.
Yeah.
All right, so go see shows, kids.
Yep.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.